The scenario for this episode is I have an Aura component, and from this Aura component, we are trying to invoke an Apex method, and we are trying to get current date from the Apex method, and we are trying to display it back to the users in the Aura component. Now, let us assume that this whole process is taking X seconds, and I want to improve the performance of this. What are a few things that you can think of? Now, the answer is whenever we try to invoke an Apex method, we are trying to make a server call. And when we try to make a server call, the information will be fetched back in the JS controller. And from JS controller, we'll try to set it back to the attributes in the component file. Now, along with that, I would like to add this one line, which is action.setStorable. And what this does is, once the information is fetched from the Apex method, the information or result will be pushed to the cache. And when user tries to make a new call to the Apex method, if the information is not stale, if the information is still intact, instead of making a fresh server call, it's going to make use of the information that is stored in the cache, and it is going to display it back to the users. So it's going to cut the whole song and dance of invoking the Apex method, fetching the information back and displaying it back to users. That way we can make sure that the performance is improved a bit, because for the rest of the day, whenever you try to refresh the page, it's not going to invoke the Apex method. Rather, it's only going to fetch the information from the cache, because the current date is not going to change for the next 24 hours. That's all for this episode. See you in the next one.